duty to stand.
Vibrate behind. What's the problem? What's going on? Is it because of the bill that has passed through second reading? The bill to elevate Ooni of Ife?
What are they elevating them for?
What about our Igbo traditional rulers? Don't you have traditional rulers?
It's Obi Of Onitsha, not bigger than Ooni of Ife.
So why are these ones?
You should ask Bola Tinubu.
Is it Bola Tinubu?
Yes, now yes. Okay, you should why? Okay, you want to tell me he's not aware?
Okay.
That Sultan of Sokoto and Ooni of Ife was appointed. The attack of Igala is bigger than Sultan of Sokoto.
Are you sure?
Okay, you don't know how they are being ranked. Forget all these politics they are playing. Is Obi Of Onitsha not bigger than Ooni? So what? I don't understand the essence of that kind of.
You have a Yoruba man beside you here.
It's not a matter of issue. We are looking at, okay. When did we start hearing about Ooni of Ife compared to Obi Of Onitsha? Then, in that regard, how come then you decided to pick Ooni of Ife and one man who cannot separate religion from politics? What of Oba Of Benin? So, bros, so you know what we're saying now. The reality on ground is that whatever the plan is, if it is to Islamize, to use it to Islamize the traditional institution, then let us watch. It has been rejected by the Middle Belt. It has been rejected by Hanese. The militants in Nigeria Delta have rejected it completely. Let them go and fly it. Let us see how it will work. Pass first reading, second reading. Of what purpose is the bill for? They want to rank. Then anything that they want to do now, they will call Sultan of Sokoto, call Ooni of Ife. Then they will decide how to implement Sharia in the traditional institution.
It's an insult on Igbo nation.
Bro, let me tell you. No, it's not a matter of insult. Whatever they have decided has already been shut down.
It has passed through second reading.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It has already been condemned and shut down. And if they move with it, in fact, you don't know what they are trying to bring. When we are talking about how nations, institutions fell, cultures fell into something strange, this is how it comes. It comes gradually. If you come to the ranking of traditional rulers in Nigeria, where do we start from? Where do we start from? Would you compare Ooni of Ife with the Oba Of Benin?
There's somebody from Osun State here.
Bro,
and you need to be very careful.
Bro, I can tell you that this current Ooni of Ife, when he was being sworn in, we know a lot of things he said. We are talking about people from a reputable, traditional stool from the Yoruba land. We'll be talking about the one from Oyo, not Ooni of Ife. Then for them to have decided to pick these two to coordinate, but it's absolutely an embarrassment.
First of all, let me. I don't want to say I want to take you to this.
Direct your statement not to me.
I will pick from
your view.
I will pick from the last angle you said.
Okay.
You are talking. I don't know the way you are talking. You are not even balancing. You don't know whether to attack Ooni or whether you want to maintain. I'm coming. Now you are talking about picking Alaafin. If they pick Alaafin, it will make the case to be worse. Because go and check Alaafin. For the past like 3, 4, 5 Alaafin that you have, they are going to be Muslim. That one is a fact. Or your ass is belong to Muslim. So when they pick Alaafin and they pick Sultan of Sokoto, I'm saying Alaafin. Oh yes, you like to model thing. I'm saying I'm not talking on your state. Alaafin or for your the last one that died, Lamidi is his name. This current one is Akimu. Go and check. Check 3, 4, 5 Alaafin, Oba, Kinikan, Oladigbo, go and check them. They are Muslim. That axis has been Islamized several years ago with the influence of Fulani. Now, are you a Yoruba man that you want to be comparing, you want to be telling me who is greater between Ooni and Alaafin? Are you a Yoruba? History, go and check history. First check who get back to Oyo. This Oyo, who get back to it? Where did Oyo come from? Who get back to this Oyo? And it was Oromiyan that established Oyo State. I mean that Oyo Empire. Who get back to Oromiyan? Where did Oromiyan come from? If Oyo is so important, why did Oromiyan leave Oyo throne and went back to Ife? Mr. Mike, you established a kingdom yourself. Then you leave the throne. You went back to your father's throne. That means your father's throne is greater than yours. Because when you have something that is greater, you hold it. So that is the history. Let me tell you, in Africa, there is no, in history, there apart from rebellious tendency of Oyo that make them to be kicking against their roots. Ife is the source of every Yoruba man. There is no doubt about that one. Go and check it. And what the only fashion they are bringing out to back their theory is that all the sons of Oduduwa, all of them are slaves. They are going to establish their kingdom. And it was the son of slave. Who is a slave? They call Ooni slave. Go and check the history of all people that have become Ooni. Ogbongbodire is a slave. These great men, Obatala, who are the people that are ruling Ife before the arrival of Oduduwa? So Obatala, did you know the meaning of Obatala? Who was Obatala? Who was Obatala? So Obatala was a slave. All the kings, Ogbongbodire, all of them, they are slaves. These people, they don't know what they are talking about. Let me tell you, do you know how many history that have come out because of this case that you are dragging? Let's leave that one apart. That is the case of between Alaafin. But me, I don't support injustice, and I don't support imbalance. They should have leave this thing. They should have leave that clause. That clause of chairmanship shouldn't have, come with picking Ooni and Sultan of Sokoto. Maybe they should have subjected it to, debate and or election. That okay, you can choose among yourself who is going to be chairman, and it can be within frame of 4 years. Simple, the way we do presidency. So I don't want to join the fact with them that they should throw away that bill entirely. But that clause alone has jeopardized everything. It has marred everything. So what they are trying to do is that they want to involve our traditional ruler more in the governance, so in the system, because we are having insecurity challenge now, and they think with the people that are very close to the to the grassroots now, they are our traditional ruler, and if they want to participate, they can participate, but they need authority, they need empowerment to do such of a thing. So that clause, if it is very possible that they should remove it and they should choose among themselves. Of course, everybody cannot be chairman at a go. When we are started having about 4 chairmen, that traditional, that institution itself, I don't know what you want to call it, but not to create, this kind of a thing. They should have subjected to debate.
I'm sure this will deepen more the ethnic division in the country. Yeah. But why Sultan of Sokoto, Ooni of Ife, and not Obi Of Onitsha? He just stated it now. He just told us now that
you ask me why
Obi Of Onitsha is bigger than
that is he himself knows that it's a fallacy. No place to. Let me tell you. When the British come, why is it difficult for them to use direct rule in the southeast? Because they run a republican system of government. There is no one you can actually call that this is their supreme leader, as you will find it in Yoruba land here and also in the north. You cannot eat your cake and have it. You cannot claim what you have, and still want to be, being confectious about what other people have. It is our nature that we have. This is our Oba. Allah say Keji Orisa, and what he said is final. In your own area, you have your own peculiarity. Tell me, in what justification will you want to put Obi Of Onitsha beside Ooni of Ife? No justification. There is no history you can trace to that. Even the one that you can use to compete with Ooni of Ife is this Oba at Benin, Oba of Benin, and I've dragged this thing. Oba of Benin himself was also part of the son of Oduduwa. Oromiyan went to that place and he gave back to Oweka. I don't know the history that was going on, the Godomigodo and all the rest, before it reached the story of Benin. But the fact is that Oduduwa, from this throne, his son went to Benin, and so we have the son of Oduduwa controlling Benin. So how can a son be greater than the father? Tell me now. So there is no way you can compare the Oba of Benin with Ooni. So I cannot be comparing with his wife, comparing with
I know you want to help us out in this issue. We are from past, and I can see there's a team writing us that Femi, there is Obi of Onitsha, who is the head of the traditional institutions in Igbo land.
Yes, it may be heard in that axis, but now above our home.
Now in this issue, where is federal character? Where is equity? Because currently as we speak, the bill has passed to second reading. Oh yes, they said Obi Of Onitsha is bigger than other people.
You know, one thing, the problem we usually face is this mental structure imbalance. How do I mean? Let us learn how to trace our roots from the origin. I beat my chest. Go and check the source, the foundation of Obi Of Onitsha, and go and check the source when the movement of the Exodus, the first place they landed. See, when you talk about Igbo, you know there are things we don't really understand. People don't know. When you mention Igbo, you are talking about ancient. You are talking about ancient in this country called Nigeria. I bet you, I've used it before and I've talked to some persons. The oldest tribe, both in waking up in everything, are the Igbos.
The oldest
tribe. Go and check do your very, very well, do your findings. That's why when he made mention of Obi Of Onitsha, I didn't talk. You understand me? Even before the colonial, my brother Femi said when the colonial master came, we did not have everybody, even Marcus, Bruce, somebody from America, even said it. Yes, actually, in olden days, from the ancient days to date, we are the people that first, even till tomorrow, that practice democracy. When you talk of real democracy, you understand? So if we are practicing democracy, does it mean that we don't really have a leader? Because we are running a collective ideals in running a system. Does it mean that we don't have a leader? We do, but it shouldn't be a case of one person deciding or dictating for others. Do you understand? That is why we run our system in that form. But many don't know this. I will tell you today, go and check where the Igbos come from. We are the generation of the third son of Adam, the first man ever created on earth. I will tell you where it is in the Bible.
Are we twisting history? Yeah.
Yes, history is part of it.
No, history is part. We have to trace it. We are not twisting it. We have to trace it. You have to trace your origin. You understand me? I mentioned American guy.
I've never finished though. Allow him to finish. All right.
I made a mention of an American citizen, a lawyer who even said this. You understand? See, my brother, if they really want to do this thing based on the fact that the British have already given us the umbrella of three recognized tribes in Nigeria, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, despite other ethnic that are, they should have, balanced this thing. Okay, you Ooni control the West, in charge of the West. Then Sultan of Sokoto, in charge of the North. Then Obi Of Onitsha, East, to balance this thing. Because I tell you this, Sultan of Sokoto cannot accept the chiefs or the all those Oba, how did I call them? Those ones that used to collect money and sell their birthrights. These are the people that will succumb or bow to all this. But the real original Igbo traditionalists can never bow to this.
All right, Onyeze, you were trying to say something.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say is this, thank God for documented history about the existence before Nigeria was even being called, even before West Africa, even before we are in Shanghai Empire. When we are in Shanghai Empire, do we have anything like Nigeria? There was no Nigeria. And I can tell you, kingdoms that existed. Biafra was one of the kingdoms. You can Google, you can go and find out. In 1827, the Biafra signed the first treaty with international explorers from outside the country when Nigeria have never existed. Biafra, I'm talking about Biafra alone. Let's move away from that. Then, if you look at the days of the Nok Empire, the Noks, N-O-K-S, somebody can go and Google it. Then you look at the Idu era. Then you look at the Ogiso era. I'm not telling you here, say, I got this thing when I visited the Benin Kingdom. I've said this severally here. All these things you are saying, you are hearing here and there. Go to where the whole thing took place. Find out yourself what actually happened. How the Benin came. What was Benin? Who controls the Benin Empire? Then you want to tell me that Oyo Empire, Ooni, Ife, is superior to Oyo Empire? Even when we were kids, we never heard about what's it called? Ife. Excuse me. I am not telling you history. I'm not telling you history. I'm telling you that Oyo Empire. I'm telling you about the Benin Empire. Then if you come to that Benin, you will talk about what transpired in Ife, who and who, how Ife came about. You claim that you are an Oduduwa, and you say that Benin is Yoruba land, belongs to the Yorubas. An average Benin man speak Yoruba. That's where to start from. Do you have element of Yoruba in Benin language? There's none. Nothing. It's not there. You can go and find out yourself. Anybody can go and check these things and find out themselves. From the era we started talking about 1827, we were already there was not this, but I can tell you 1827, the first treaty with the outside world was signed with the name Biafra. And look at categorically the map of Biafra as at that time, before they begin this fragmentation. Then if you look at how they are being placed, the Nok Empire, there was nothing like Ife. During the Nok Empire, there was nothing like Ife. And who were the leaders as at that time? You've not heard about the Ibuku Kingdom? You've not heard about the Ekumeku movement? When we are under Shanghai Empire, how do you locate this area, and who were the heads of those areas? What is their name and who are they? That's how to start from. Not what the British told you, or what whoever told you, or what they put down there. I've never, and I will not succumb to that, because the reality on ground have shown clearly what it is all about.
All right.
Mr. Michael, please, I quickly, before you move, I quickly went to Google to help me out. Ile-Ife, an ancient Yoruba city, present today Nigeria, is considered one of the oldest kingdoms in West Africa, with origins dated me back to 10th to 16 BCE. 10th to 16 BCE. You see that Ife? More than 3,000 years have been in existence. And it gave birth to so many kingdoms. So it was an era of the expansion was the Yoruba, was the Oduduwa period. That place you are looking at, go and fast check anywhere in history of the world. Nobody can manufacture history that doesn't exist. I just went to Google now. And you can fast check so many artifacts that they trace to thousands of years in Ife. Evidence, artifacts, so many things that has gone in that Ife. So nobody should come here and rubbish Ife. In the how old is Oyo? This Oyo Empire. This Oyo Empire that you are looking at. Oyo Empire was created around 14th, 15th century, and you are talking about 6 to 10. 30 BCE, and you are talking about 14th century here. Ife has reigned in the past, and his empire has come to an end. And Empire of Benin Kingdom, Empire of Benin has also the first empire. The first is not this Oyo. The old Oyo Empire, go is at the Kwara State. Who destroyed them? Ife has never been shifted. They destroyed them there in that place. This Oyo that they occupy now, it was a borrowed land. It's not their original land. Aláàfin Olade. That is I'm talking. Oh yes, Aláàfin Olade, Lade. Adáàfin Olade, Adé Akunla Aláàfin de. That means Aláàfin don't have crown.
Okay, can we go back to what the President Ooni of Ife said when he assumed the throne of office in that place, that Ife was actually founded by the Igbo people? Would you dispute to that? He said it with his mouth. He said it very clearly. Are you going to doubt that? But let me tell you, wait now. You are talking now, but I've told you what the man that knows more than us will do here, that Ife was founded by the Igbo people. Now, okay, you can first check it. You can first check it. Okay. I have it on my phone. I can first check it. Well, and secondly, if you are talking about BCE or BC what happened to Ibuku Kingdom? You don't know there was Ibuku Kingdom. Right. You don't know there was Ibuku Kingdom. So how would you justify that? You said it. Ooni of Ife said it. If you want proof, I show you proof. You don't even know the position where you are during the Nok Empire. You don't know the position where you are during the Shanghai Empire. You don't know when you become an Idu. You don't know when you become an Economico.
This is a pure propaganda. I hate propaganda in my life. Lie! Liars. Look at it. The statement Igbo funded Ife attributed to the Ooni of Ife is a misinterpretation of historical. I'm coming.
You don't know what the meaning of attributed. What is the meaning? The dictionary. No, you say I'm a liar, and I quoted what he said. You say I'm a liar. No, wait. It can go. We want mass. Interpret. How would you say it's not confirmed? This is a man who went here, discovered some things, and came out and made it publicly. And up till now, he has not retrieved his statement.
Stand.